Welcome guys. Welcome to Daily Crypto Trading. Today we're going to look at why the hell the market crashed. Let's jump straight into it, guys. Before we look at the TA, just let's look at the fundamentals, right? Let's look at the news. What is the news? The news is that there was a bill signed today by President Joe Biden. So what does this bill mean? The bill means it's harder for business to have with cryptocurrency, right? Because they have to be regulated as a brokers and so on. Don't go into depth of it, just that this is a bad bill for crypto. All right. However, even though it's signed, there's still 2 years time where where senators and so on can change this bill, guys. Just remember that. I don't know how to pronounce it in English, but there's a lot of lobbyism in USA, and crypto is a big part of it, guys. So there's still possibility to reverse this bill. Just be aware that this bill can be the reason, this spot that Bitcoin is going down. And guys, remember, this is the game of the whales. All right, remember 90%, which is the money in crypto, is controlled by the whales at the moment. So don't be fearful. Remember what I always say: buy the fear, sell the greed. All right, guys. Anyway, guys, let's look at the leverage trading. If you look at the leverage, there was a lot of people who got wrecked. They got liquidated. All right. If you look at the 24 hours, $883 million went straight out of the window. All right. They just got wrecked off the market. So over leverage trading is bad, guys. I do not endorse it. I'm telling you guys, if you leverage trading, be careful. Don't go insane. 10x, 5x. That's still a high amount. I mean, just look. All right. In 24 hours, there was 90% longs. All right. And just look at the exchanges. Insane how many longs that were open. They got just liquidated. This is what the whales do, the institutions do. They see there's a lot of there's a lot of money, there's a lot of leverage in the market. So what do? Well, they liquidate it, right? They sell off, liquidate it. They can easily do that. And you can see it here, right? There was a lot of long open here. And remember, as you guys can see, when there's not many longs open, the price just goes up. But when there are a lot of longs open, look what happened. All right, the game of the whales, they just punish the leverage traders and they get liquidated. So keep this in mind. When you see so many longs open, that usually means there's a high trend for a sell-off. All right, guys, this is a possibility, high possibility. All right, guys. Anyway, guys, let's look at the TA of Bitcoin. If you've been following my channel for a while, you can already spot what this is. And if you guess it right, yeah, this is what we call a rising wedge. That is a bearish signal for Bitcoin, or general for any stock or crypto. If you see some kind of this, that usually means there's a high probability for correction, guys. So we clearly see one A, B, C, we see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we see a breakdown to the downside, right? So the question is, what now? How long can we go? We can actually go lower than this, guys. And the way we measure that by is using what we call, again, if you've been following my channel, you know this, trend-based fib extension instead of the fib retracement. All right, then we can see, have we bottomed it? Are we going lower, or what are we going to do? What's going to happen, right? So if we just remove this, because I already made it, we can take, just this for teaching purpose, guys, we can take, again, it's called trend-based fib extension. And then, there we go. Let me see here. And then we can take the top from the bottom, from the new top right here. And then we can see our fib levels, right? We can also use the VPVR. I will also talk about that, where there were a lot of volatility, all right? And we can already see it broke through the 0.382 fib levels, and then it held back at our support and our fib level as 100%, all right? However, usually it can go all the way to the last fib level, which is 200%, and that will be around 53,000, 52,000 as a strong support, guys. This is a possibility. Just have this in mind. If we turn back to the VPVR, we are seeing a heavy volatility right there. Usually that means this will act as some kind of support. However, if the price goes down, like this, the price action goes down, this will also be, well, a resistance, right? A supply zone. So this is important to know. Let's just remove that. And then let's look at the volume, because if you guys follow my channel, you know the volume is an important part of TA. The volume at the 4 chart is hard to say, but there's a lot of volume at the moment because there's a lot of volatility at the moment. So not much of talk about that because we see all the volatility. So my dog is again going away. Sorry about that, guys. So if we look at the RSI in the forward chart, we are seeing it to be heavily oversold. All right, which means price usually bounce back. We will see some kind of bounce back in time. Same with RSI stock, also heavily oversold. If you look at the TSV, we are seeing a distribution pattern, which means they're being sell off. All right, as you guys can see, low volume, not low volume, sell volume distribution at the moment, which means they're just selling off Bitcoin. All right, guys, because people are panicking. And my advice, well, not my advice, but what I won't do is panic, guys. So I'm telling you guys, do not panic. I've been here for 5 to 6 years, and I remember what Bitcoin was 3,000, 2,000, and the same things. I've just imagined people panicking when Bitcoin went from $10 to $3,000. I mean, at the moment it's laughable, right? But at that time it was actually pretty sincere, because a lot of people lost a lot of money when they sold out. I'm seeing the same pattern over and over again, because this is human emotion, one-on-one, psychologically, right? Prices are driven by human emotion, guys. Just remember, this is the game of the whales. Don't be played, all right, guys? Anyway, if you look at the MACD, again, histogram going down, crossing down, which means we are in a downtrend. So at the moment, the TA in the chart are telling us we are in a downtrend. So what now? Are we going up? Well, I can actually see something else. I know I'm talking fast, guys. I just drank some coffee. We are seeing something called an ABC. So what is an ABC? An ABC correction usually means when we find the bottom. We didn't find, we can go all the way down to 53,000. When we find the bottom, usually that means that we will go up. As soon as we have the ABC correction, that means we will go up. Then we will do something else, all right? Then we will do something like that. Let me just show you something like this: A, B, not lower than this, and then continuation to the upside. All right, and we see something like that instead. All right, guys, this is a high possibility. Usually we see some kind of that when this happens. However, we need to be realistic. We also need to see that Bitcoin needs to test this trend line before we can see any continuation, because if it tests this trend line and get rejected, we will see lower prices, guys. So let's also look at the daily charts. What are the daily charts telling us? So let's look at that. Again, the same thing. We are looking at the same thing. All right, here we have a bearish divergence. We have, let me just see. Yeah, we had a bearish divergence, as you guys can see. Price went up, but in the RSI stock, as you guys see, the RSI, we see price went down, right? The RSI went down. So yet again, guys, we had pricing go up, we had RSI go down, all right? Which just means that every time the RSI is going up, it gets rejected and goes down, all right? And it couldn't take the point, so the price went down. This is why we call it a bearish divergence. All right, it was not hidden, it was pretty visible, to be honest. All right, so let's just do something like that. The volume at the moment is still stable. We have some kind of high spike volume, but that is the sell volume. All right, and if we look at the RSI stock, we are getting oversold area. All right, not there yet, but we are getting there, which means the price can still go something like that. All right, guys, just keep that in mind. And remember, this is the daily chart. If we look at the histogram, yeah, not much to see, the same thing, and the same thing with TSV, which was in the forward chart, exactly the same thing. So all in all, guys, do not panic, all right? We can go lower, see it as a buying opportunity. I've been here so many years, I've seen this all the time, the same pattern all the time, and a lot of people, which is new to crypto and trading, get fearful, all right? And they just sell off, lose money, and then the price just skyrocket. I believe you have probably been in there. These things happen, guys. Do not panic. Now, I'm a very long bull in the long term. In the short term, I still have to see some correction, a healthy correction, because nothing just goes straight up. All right, it has to correct itself. To make some kind of healthy pullback, guys. We have been going up and up and up. People will take profit, and especially the whales will take profit, because the retail will just FOMO in, and the institution will slowly sell off to earn money. That's how things are, guys. It's all about the green. And guys, last thing, if you just look at the Bitcoin dominance, altcoin dominance, Ethereum, and stablecoin dominance, we can see, as I always say, when the Bitcoin dominance goes up, the Ethereum and altcoin dominance goes down. And of course, when everything goes down in price, right, stablecoin goes up in value. I'm sorry, not in value, that's stupid. Stablecoin goes up in dominance, alright? Why does stablecoin go up in dominance? That's because people are converting their crypto to stablecoin, right? Their money to stablecoin. Because when they see shit hit the fans, they will of course protect their asset by selling off and making them to stablecoin. So guys, do not panic. Again, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just saying, I'm not panicking. Remove your emotion. If you're in loss, DC your way down and so on. Guys, if you like my content, hit the subscribe button, hit the alert button, hit the like button, comment anything you like, and guys, of course, join our free Telegram. Anyway guys, thank you for watching yet again, and see you in the Telegram group.